Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my sunset. We have a really pretty one today. And it's kind of fading, but probably have a really nice secondary sunset. But this is very pretty. Welcome to my Arizona sunset. We're famous for our Arizona skies. And we have a really lovely sky right now tonight. It is 6:53 and it is April 4th, Saturday night. And it's a beautiful day. I think it's probably like 80 degrees out here. We've been having some really lovely weather. We had a bit of a heat wave for a couple of weeks. I think we did get into 100 degrees. And then we dropped all the way back down to 80, which has been really lovely. So we're all trying to figure out whether we're going to have an intense summer or a mild summer. And it was looking like we were going to have an intense summer, but with days like these, I don't know. We'll see. This will be interesting. So we just finished our full moon series. I think I came live a little bit before I did I think I did 3 full moon nights, and you get about 3 days of the full moon. And it was just so beautiful. I love these full moons in the early year through winter and spring. The full moons are usually pretty epic. And I was doing some analyses today, and I was looking at some relationships with the moon and how it affects me and things. And just some personal things about my moon and how my moon interacts, the frequency, and so forth. So you can check all this out if you're into astrology. Check out my free app. I have a free app that will run your full natal chart, and then there's an oracle in there where it will give you answers and things to whatever questions that you have, and it'll relate it to your natal chart, because we have your full natal chart has a lot going on in it. You have your sun and your moon and all your planets, and then the aspects to those things, and so you have a lot of things going on. So it's really hard. This is what astrologers spend years and years and years learning about all these relationships per each sign. So that's a lot of knowledge. So this kind of is like your condenses all that information and looks at your chart and can give you really clear answers about what's going on with you. So there's different sections. The reason I created the app and the reason I have it free is because I was using this information for my own inner work journey, and your astrology is really important when it comes to. So in the app, it's using astrology, Kabbalah, psychology, and some somatic work and some various other things. So when you pull all those things together, it really can accurately give you guidance on things that are going on in your life and help you to do shadow work and all those kinds of things. That app is called Tikkun Olam, and the reason it's called that is because it's about, that means repairing the world, And I believe that we repair the world by knowing ourselves, or, repairing ourselves, if you will. But really, we're not repairing ourselves. We're just understanding ourselves so that we can be our most effective selves in this world. So a lot of times I'll use my own app and I'll go in there and I'll ask it more detailed questions about why certain things happen relationally, and just various other things. So with this full moon that we had, I have a lot of moon stuff going on for me, and so I was just kind of going over those things. The moon really affects me, and so when it's full or when it's new, those are, those are transitional times for me. So, but hey, in the chat, let me, ignoring you rambling on, let me address my chatters down here. Hello, hi, Amal Gamra. Hi, welcome to my Sunset Live. And we've lost our color, but usually we get a secondary sunset. So that was our first sunset, and since we still have light as night falls, we'll probably get a little bit more color in the sky again. We'll see. Keep our fingers crossed. But hi, Amal Gamra. Welcome to my sunset. Hey, Ezra Den Hager. Welcome. Hello. And let's see. Rotating Cylinder Productions. Wow, what a name. Rotating Cylinder Productions is asking, do people have to put earplugs into their ears and write down? Can see this paper. I can see my hand. I can't hear the screaming of thousands. Oh, interesting. And on and on. Okay, repeat Psalm 91:10 when you talk. Huh, interesting. All right, well, thank you, Rotating Cylinder Productions. And then we have Puntapnak. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but hi. What happened? Nothing really. We're just sitting and watching the sunset together. So I usually go live during the sunsets every evening if I can, if I'm available or whatever. So tonight is a night that I'm sitting and enjoying the sunset. And as I'm learning about myself and why I have certain tendencies and like certain things, I'm learning that I have a certain alignment with these liminal times like sunsets and sunrises and things like that. So I like to come live during the sunset to just share the time with others who might also have that certain alignment with the sunset and these transitional times. And because I like to talk about consciousness and psychology and frequency and astrology and all these types of things, I will sometimes have conversations with people, or I'll share my insights about different things that I get downloads now and again, and just ideas about concepts. But I have some offerings. I do have my app, and you can follow along with some movement audios in there. So my expertise is in connecting the mind and the body with somatic body work and psychology and hypnosis and things like that. So if you are interested in those types of things, you can find some of that stuff in the app, which is free to use and everything. But I do have some premium content. I have a sleep audio, and that sleep audio, it's an introductory type of thing, which uses some somatic concepts and hypnosis inductions and body consciousness things in there to help people who are especially tuned high or tuned hot, if you will, on the mental end of things and have a hard time shutting down at night. That sleep audio is especially made for you. Because, and then what it does is as you progressively use it, it increasingly helps you to gain the mastery of um, connecting the mind and the body, giving you proficiency of going between the mind and the body, integrating the mind and the body, and then enabling you to shift around between different levels of consciousness with a little more mastery. So that sleep audio actually does quite a bit for what it is. It's 15 minutes, and you listen to it on your way drifting into sleep, and has some profound effects. I've been hearing some good things about it. So if you're interested, give that a try. But I've also heard that sometimes the movement audio, so the movement audios, which are directly in the app, those can have a similar effect. Those are primarily for moving and helping your conscious mind and body connect. But those are very relaxing as well. But anywho, I'm going to pop back into the chat real quick. Puntupnak, nothing happened, just the sunset. Ooh, and I can see the colors kind of coming back into those clouds over there. We'll see what happens. But I'm 12 minutes in, so I'm going to leave it there. Usually I don't really come on for very long because, you know, sunsets don't tend to last too long. They're just a lovely transition into night, which I love. So I guess I'll leave it there. If you enjoyed the sunset with me, do like the video. Subscribe if you want to know when I'm going to be back on. I'm usually on for the sunset. But when that is, it shifts around. So, and then I also do like random moon rises or moon sets or different sky anomalies that we sometimes get here in Arizona. But I'm going to leave it there and hope to see you guys on another one. Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for chatting in the chat. And I'll see you on another one. Good night.